Alright guys, so I'm here with Liberty, and excuse her muddy mess of a self. It has been raining all weekend and she has gotten down and rolled a bunch of times. But we have a nice sunny day today, so we're going to answer a question that pretty much everyone asks. It's a very common question, and that is, when do we retire our horses, or when do we stop riding our horses? Now, being out here, being a place that this is pretty much a retirement home for horses, meaning we get a lot of horses in their late teens, through their 20s, even into their 30s, okay? And the first thing you have to understand is there is no hard, fast rule on when to retire a horse. It's just like people. There's no hard, fast rule of when a person should stop working. It's whenever you just feel like it, okay? Whenever you feel done and exhausted and tired and just don't want to work anymore, okay? And you have the luxury to do so. But even after retirement, you know, people find hobbies like biking or hiking or, you know, things like that to help them keep moving. And as soon as we stop moving our bodies, that's when, you know, arthritis starts getting really bad. People start getting, you know, basically their health starts really declining. And it's the same with horses. So when you fully retire a horse, like you're not exercising them, you're not riding them, that's when their health really starts declining and they don't make it much longer. So we try to keep our horses moving until they tell us they're done, okay? So, you know, especially with the older horses, I watch them as they're being ridden. Are they enjoying it? Are they still able to accomplish the tasks that's being asked of them? Can they pick up their feet? Are they paying attention? Are they stumbling a lot? Are they colicking a lot? Are they, you know, do they have constant injuries? Ooh, sorry, my dogs are being rowdy. Go play somewhere else. Anyway, so yeah, just constantly monitoring our horses to make sure they are up for the challenge. Now, if a horse has, you know, told me that they're done, I will listen. You know, we do have several horses like Mona and Pancake who are fully retired because of injuries or underlying medical conditions. That, you know, we brush them, we love on them, but they're basically pasture orphans, okay? And then we have horses like Reno who are like half retired. We do very light work, maybe, you know, just only walking, a tiny bit of trotting, and just trail rides, okay? And that's, you know, maybe twice a week being ridden. So that would be like a half retirement. But everything we do here is very light work. We don't do a ton of jumping. We're not doing any galloping. We're not cutting. Nothing that puts excessive strain on the horses. So, you know, even though they're retired from their big jobs in their previous life before they got here, they still can have something to do to keep their body moving. Now, in the case of, you know, a horse that is, you know, on the younger side, but has an underlying medical condition that they can't be ridden anymore, they'll be retired. Like Mona was only retired at only 22. Then in the case of Flash, he's 33, and he still loves being ridden. He still has energy and enthusiasm. He likes, you know, trail rides, and he's sound, and it's really good for him, okay? It keeps him engaged, gives him a job, and gives him quality of life. Because our horses, a lot of them do really love to be ridden. Now, if they lost that pleasure in riding, if he lost that, then we would retire him. And yes, he is on the list of horses that are going to retire soon. And soon is a relative term. I don't mean he's going to be retired tomorrow. It could be, you know, next month. It could be in a year from now. We don't know. Just whenever he tells us, he's just done. Now, you got to remember, you know, horses back in the day when they didn't have educated farriers trimming their feet They didn't have constant dental care. They weren't dewormed on a regular basis or at all. A horse that was about in their late teens, 20 years old, you know, they didn't have good quality of life. They were basically done, okay? But now that we have all these advances, we know all these things. Well, here we go. Here are the dogs again. We are so much better educated now than we were, you know, 50 years ago, that our horses, as they get older, can still have good quality of life. They can still have a job up until they're in their late 20s, early 30s. And it's a horse-to-horse basis, okay? There's no hard, fast rule. So, yeah, it just depends on the horse, really. Some horses can live a long time, and some horses, you know, die younger, just like people. Some people live a long time, some people don't. Some people can work a really long time, some people can't. And it really just depends on your horse, what their situation is, their breed, their background. And so, yeah, I make sure to listen to my horses, pay attention to their needs, and what, you know, what is appropriate for that horse. Because I can't just hard, fast rule of once you hit 25, you're retired, because that's not fair. A lot of horses really, like I said, really enjoy riding, and you know, we put them out in the pasture and they honestly do get depressed if they're retired early and not being ridden. So yeah, just there's no hard rule. There's no easy answer. It's basically whatever the horse wants. So listen to your horses, and do what is best for them, okay? We're not just gonna ride the horses into the ground until they die. We're gonna listen to them, what they have to say. So I hope that answers that question. There's, you know, a lot of variables that go into it. But if you have any further questions about a specific one of our horses or anything else, just comment and let me know. But yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.